welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of the Q&A. There is a lot of questions, and I didn't want it to go on too long in just one video, therefore I thought I'd do 2 parts. So yeah, without further ado, hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So, the first question of part 2 comes from Joseph on tour again. Go check out his channel, as I said before, there'll be a link in the description. So Joseph on tour's channel, or Thogden's. So, I mean, it'd be a bit horrible if I voted for one or the other. I like them both, to be fair. I've been watching Thogden longer, of course, because obviously you haven't been doing your channel as long. I do like, I rate Thogden's channel. He's one of the people that really, as well as James Beardwell and Smith and Ellis Platten as well, who kind of inspired me to actually start doing this. So I'm sorry, have to say Thogden. I'm very sorry. And another question from you, if it goes down. You just had to put me in this situation, didn't you? You just had to, didn't you? You just had to ask a question again involving Chelsea or another team who I don't like, and it's Chelsea or Millwall. Now in this one, it's a blatant Chelsea. It's a blatant easy. I'd choose Chelsea. Can't stand Millwall. No one at West Ham can. No West Ham supporter likes Millwall in the slightest. It's just, when it comes to West Ham v Millwall, which unfortunately doesn't happen that often, it's pure hatred. It really is. It's just pure hatred in that derby. I don't think there's probably not a single Millwall or West Ham fan that cross each other on that day that go, "You alright, mate? Yeah, you alright? How you doing, mate? Yeah, good luck." No. Any West Ham fan or any Millwall fan will be looking for a West Ham fan, or a West Ham fan will be looking for a Millwall fan just to start a fight. That's literally all that happens at a West Ham Millwall game. It's chaotic. It honestly is. It's chaotic. It's hatred. It just is. There's no other way to describe it other than just pure hatred. So I choose Chelsea. So next question comes from a fellow Basel United supporter, Andrew Buxton, who asked, "So what made you get into football?" So as I answered before in part 1, I answered a similar question. Just the type of family I was born into. A family who love football, a family who, just a lot of football in this family. You got people who play football. For example, my dad, he plays six-a-side. You got people who support football, go and watch football. It's just, there's so many people in my family who love football. I'm just born into a football-obsessed family. So it's like, it's only right, really, that I follow in my family's footsteps. Obviously, I've got family who support Arsenal, I've got family who support West Ham, family who support Leyton Orient, it's only right that I follow my family's footsteps. Obviously, I followed one side of my family's footsteps, and, I wear claret and blue with pride. Except there's not really much to be proud of when it comes to supporting West Ham, but yeah, that's why, Andrew. But yeah, thank you for your question. Another question from a good friend of mine, Alfie Collins. He asks, who is the best goalkeeper in Essex? Now, this is a simple answer. It's shot stopper Wallow. It's my dad. It's this guy here. Although recently we'd say Ryan Ives. He's absolute beast between the sticks. No, yeah, that's referring to six-a-side. My dad, he honestly used to be a beast in goal when it came to playing six-a-side. Although recently his workmate Ryan has taken on that role, and he's honestly a beast of a keeper. He honestly is. He's brilliant. He surprised us all. We on a Saturday morning, not at the moment anyway, but on a Saturday morning we'd normally go to a park in Whitford, and we'd have a kick around, just to train ourselves up, because we're starting doing this regularly, and then eventually we're going to start up our own six-a-side team. So yeah, basically he surprised us all. We had no idea that he had bags of ability when it came to being in goal. Ryan, he's brilliant. He honestly is, and my dad is as well. It's just Ryan has recently took on that role of being in goal, so but that's the whole reason I said it. But yeah, in like in all seriousness, I'd probably say in terms of best keeper, if we're talking Isthmian North, or just, well, actually no, you asked in Essex. So I'd probably say my favourite one would have to be, I'd probably say either Bowers and Pittsey's Callum Chafer or Billericay Town's Alan Julian. Both really good keepers, to be fair. I see Callum Chafer play not long ago, and yeah, he's brilliant. I'm pretty sure it's Callum Chafer anyway. I might be wrong. I don't actually know. So if I am, I'm a bit embarrassed now. But Alan Julian for Billericay's. Oh god, my chair just creaked. Alan Julian, he's a brilliant keeper. I mean, he even scored in an FA Cup game. I'm not sure who you guys were against. I can't remember, but it was just all over Twitter that Alan Julian scored the winning goal in that FA Cup game you played. I was just like, I was watching that. I was like, how? Like, it weren't even a header, was it? It was like he actually took a shot, and it was in play. Like, I think it was either from a corner or a free kick that he came down for. What do you know? He scores the winning goal. But yeah, I just think not just because of that, but his ability-wise, he's a brilliant keeper. He honestly is, and it's hard to find a better keeper in Essex than Alan Julian. If we're talking non-league, that is. But if we're talking professional, probably, well, I don't really know, to be fair. Maybe Dean Gherkin for Colchester. He's a good keeper. But if we're talking non-league, Alan Julian. Thanks for your question, Alfie. This question comes in from a Chelsea fan account on Instagram, worldwide_Chelsea something. I don't actually know the rest of it because it's too long and it has dots there. It says Hampton and Richmond or Tunbridge Angels. Now, in case you're not familiar with these two teams, they are both non-league clubs who play in the National League South. Tunbridge Angels, really good. Their fan base is excellent. I've got a person who actually is subscribed to the channel and follows my Instagram, my Twitter and whatnot. And he has his own YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description. Tunbridge Angels Fan TV. Excuse me. Hampton and Richmond I'm not really familiar with. I know obviously they play in the National League South, and I think I see them play against Billericay once. And to be fair, they're not a bad side. But purely because of how, like, their fan base, like their loyal fan base, their, like, the way they play, like, from what I've seen, Tunbridge Angels are a really good side, and purely because I've met like a few Tunbridge Angels fans when they've come to, like, because they've cut, like, I met one of them when he came to a Basel United game before, Basel against Romford, I think we won 6-0. But yeah, purely because of the way that, like, the way the club is, their ground, I really like it. Their fan base, I'd have to choose Tunbridge Angels. So yeah, thank you very much for your question. This question comes in from Lewis_Sparky. He asked, do you think Basel United will ever be in the Isthmian Premier and further in the football leagues? So this one I've been asked quite a few times. So I reckon if we get a good team together, we and get a bit of stability, you know, just a really good team together, a well coached team, because it's not just down to the players. Excuse me. It's not just down to the players. It's down to the management staff. It's the people behind it, like the chairman, the secretary. People like that in general, really, who it's actually down to make sure the club competes well enough, I guess. So, to be fair, Basel has that. Basel have a good secretary. Basel have a good chairman. Basel have good fan base. Whatever, they have good players. It's just, in terms of going up to the Isthmian Premier, I don't know. Given our last two seasons, where we've finished in the bottom 4 of the Isthmian North table, it's not really looking great. But I do think like going up to the Isthmian Premier is, I don't know, at the moment anyway, it's kind of out of the question. I think we'd be more focused on staying in the league. Maybe in the future, maybe 5 years time, maybe you might see Basel and Isthmian Prem National League. Maybe I don't think National League. I reckon Isthmian Prem maybe, because Basel have never actually been above the Isthmian North, so yeah, it would be a bit of an ask, and obviously it would be great to see us go into the Isthmian Prem for the first time ever, but I think at the moment it's kind of out of the question because just how we've been for the last 2 seasons. But yeah, thank you very much for your question, Lewis Sparky. The final question comes from Bolden Brass 12, who is a Witham Town FC supporter. He asked, who is your football idol? So I'd probably say, purely, not just because he's a West Ham player, but purely because of the way he is, I'd probably say Mark Noble. He's loyal, he's like a very good player, he's, well, in general, he's just a great guy, and he's loyal to his club, he loves the fans, he's a really good player. You know, he's been with the club since, I believe, like late 90s when he actually first started playing for the senior team when he was like 16 years old. But yeah, he's been playing for the club since he was like a youngster, since he was like a boy. So it just shows his loyalty to the club. He supports West Ham as well. He's a Basildon boy. So yeah, I've always looked up to Mark Noble as a really good player. Like, not just good, loyal, as I say. But yeah, probably I'd have to say Mark Noble because he's just all round a great guy. But yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, does bring our Q&A to an end. I do want to thank you all very much for your questions. I do appreciate it. Do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave a like. Please subscribe. We're obviously, as I've said a few times now, nearing on 400 subscribers. If we reach that, that will be absolutely amazing. Yeah, so obviously there won't be match day vlogs until about sort of, I mean, this all depends if this is all blown over as well. So until about July, August sort of time when pre-season is supposed to start. Because obviously the season has been announced as over, as I've said. So there won't be match day vlogs for quite a long time. I will try and compromise in doing certain things. For example, I've got the idea which I'm going to do like some FIFA videos where what I'll do is I'll see if I can stream the gameplay, then download it onto my like editing app and then edit it and then upload it as like a normal video, but then also so that you guys can get involved in it, kind of stream it as well. I've got it where I'm going to play with Jack as well. So we're going to play some FIFA, and I might try and stream that and upload it as well. But yeah, hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, please like, please subscribe, and please turn post notifications on so you don't miss a video. I really appreciate, and Mia appreciates also, the massive amounts of support we're getting on this channel. It's quite easy to probably get bored of a channel at this sort of moment in time, because there's not going to be regular content as there would be during a normal sort of weekly basis, because obviously there's no matches at the moment. The league's suspended permanently until obviously the new season starts. But yeah, look forward to hopefully getting back to normal eventually, but it will be a long time, as I've said already. But yeah, I'm going to compromise. I'm going to make different types of videos. Like I said, I'm going to probably try and do some FIFA videos. I'm going to maybe do, once we're out of quarantine as well, because obviously at the moment we're on lockdown, we can't just go outside for fun, apart from if we're going for like a walk or a run or something. But once we're out of this, I might do like some football challenges, whatever, get some mates together. You know, do Q&As like this as well. Get you guys involved in the vlogs, because I do like doing that and I enjoy it, and it really is a good way of getting subscribers and fans involved in the channel. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your week, because obviously it's currently Tuesday and there's a long way left of this week. And obviously, guys, stay safe as well. Just please stay at home. It's not worth going outside and like risking catching the illness, or if you've got symptoms, it's not worth possibly giving it to other people or bringing it home to vulnerable people. So please just, like, I know a lot of people will be saying this, but you know, I just want to say, like, say it myself, just please stay at home. It's not worth going out, risking catching it, passing it on to vulnerable people, you know. Also, just before I do end, I know I already said see you guys later, but I do also want to announce Basildon United have got a so basically some sort of help supported. So for those that are vulnerable to this deadly virus, those who can't basically do stuff themselves, they are helping those out by doing things like shopping for them, getting stuff delivered to them, like basically just helping out to vulnerable people, the elderly, and just general people who are vulnerable to this much more vulnerable to this deadly virus than others. Who, like, for example, if you have like a really bad health condition, if you have asthma, if you know, just stuff like that, they are, like, Basel United are willing to help. There's a Facebook page set up, so if you want to go and check that out, I can't remember off by heart what it's called, but I'll leave a picture here, and I'll leave a link in the description as well. So if you need help, then please do get in contact with them. There's a number on the Facebook page, so please do get in contact with them. They're doing a great job in helping the community. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and stay safe.